Oh, okay. All right. So, Irene is going to present on Encanto movie set in Colombia. I believe Irene is from Colombia, so I guess this would be a very delightful presentation. Let's give her a round of applause and please begin.
Thank you so much, Samin, for the warm introduction. So I'm gonna start with my presentation today. I'm gonna share the screen, the PPT. Okay, so the topic today will be about the Disney movie called Encanto. Um, this movie was based in Colombia. So the locations, the set, the culture, like everything is about Colombia. I'm gonna present it about location only, but afterwards, if you saw the movie and you wanna ask any question related to anything, um, uh, it doesn't have to be location wise. Please feel free to do it. So first, I didn't know if you guys knew where Colombia was. So I thought the first thing to do was explain where Colombia is located. So this is America, like the continent. Over here is Mexico, and right up here is the United States and Canada. And Colombia is here, is the first country in South America. And it on this side, we have like the Pacific Ocean. Over here, we have some of the Caribbean side and the Atlantic Ocean. And this is Colombia, and this is Bogota, like the main city. And I'm gonna mention some cities, probably you won't remember the names, but they're gonna be showing where like some places are located. So one location base that the movie was based was Cartagena. Another one was Quindío. Where is Quindío? I lost it in the map. Anyways, so Cartagena here in Antioquia, and then Bogota, and Santander in Norte and Norte Santander. I think this is too technical, so I'm just gonna move forward. So the first place that we see is in the Disney movies, this house called Casa Madrigal. And these houses are inspired, or this house was inspired in these colonial houses that used to be in my, still are in my country, especially in the coffee area. And literally they have the little balconies with the flowers and stuff. And inside you can, as you can see, it's pretty similar to what, if you saw the movie, to what was represented. And the outfits, I'm just gonna move a little bit. And the outfits are like very traditional outfits for this coffee area. It was very well represented. And the place here, it's called Salento. It's a little, this town is called Salento. It's one like very famous town in Colombia. A lot of tourism there. And like in this part, there was a mix of two places basically. This little town called Barichara, which is in Norte Santander. And then this other city is called Cartagena, which I mentioned is in the northern part, in the Caribbean side. And you can see like all the colonial houses with their flowers and balconies. Both Cartagena is like the most touristic city of Colombia. Like a lot of foreigners go there, also a lot of nationals. It's like this, yeah, like the preferred place for tourism, not only for its architecture, but because there is good gastronomy, there is a lot of nightlife and nice beaches as well. And then this other place that was presented in Encanto, and it was this river. I don't know if you guys, if you saw the movie, there is this scene where like Mirabel and the grandma, they hug each other after the fight, or when she's running away from the bad peoples, the grandma is reminiscing that. And they show this image, which is this river. And this river is called Caño Cristales, and or the seven color river. And it's literally just like it was represented in the movie. It's very pretty. The thing with this river is that it looks like it's only for a certain amount of period of time every year. So tourism, it's only certain period of time. Also, it's being protected because tourism can damage the like fragile ecosystem and environment of it. So limited amount of tourists are allowed and only for a certain period of time. Otherwise, if you go just in regular, like off season, the river just looks pretty normal, like any other river. And then there is this place, this is also in Antioquia, close to Salento, the little town with the houses and balconies. And it's right here. So this is pretty famous too for tourism in Colombia. It's also very important because of the palm trees, which are very, very tall. And it's like very unique place. I never been there, to be honest. But I have many foreign friends who always go there. So they always like post these amazing pictures there, and the weather is very nice in that region. So most of my foreign friends love going to the coffee area. Next part is, so in Colombia, as you saw in the map, like we are close, we have part of the Amazon. Like, of course, Brazil have the biggest portion of the Amazon, but we also have some part of the Amazon, and also there is in another state, another rainforest. So this part, when they saw all the animals dancing and everything, was based in that part of our nature. Like the Disney creators, the Disney team, they went to Colombia and stay in Colombia for a few months to see the culture, to see the locations, and they literally got most of the things, I would say, if not all, very well. And it was a very emotional and like beautiful movie for me, and I really like it. So everyone, thank you so much. I think until here is my presentation. It was very short. These were the main places, but feel free to ask any questions related to it, whether food, whether location, I don't know, whatever you, if you saw the movie that you might be interested on, like corroborating or not. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Irene, for the wonderful presentation. It was so beautiful, the pictures and everything. I felt that it was interesting to see that the pictures were the scenes were actually based on real places. I did not know that. If you have other audiences, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to ask.
No questions. I'm gonna leave the PPT just to show the first image. So I'm gonna put it back. So maybe you guys can get an idea. Have you seen the movie? I think that would be the main question first. If have any of you seen the movie before? No, no one saw the movie. Okay, if you haven't seen the movie, I totally recommend to watch it. It's very sweet movie, and in the United States actually became pretty famous, especially for the song. Like it won an Oscar for the song "We Don't Talk About Bruno." It's a Colombian singer too, who sing this. Like all the music is based like are with Colombian singers, but this song "We Don't Talk About Bruno" became like number one, not number one, but became in the top 50 of the United States, and I think it still is. And it was very different from other Disney movies because usually there is like a villain in all the movies, you know, so the princess or whatever is fighting this villain or this bad guy or whatever, like witch. And in this movie, actually, what generated a lot of social media noise was that it was not based on that. It was based like these people were fighting their own struggles, like a representation of their own internal struggles and how they were able to overcome that, and how with family support, like even the strongest of the family, you know, have trauma, have history there that we need to acknowledge and be able to heal. So that was like a lot of social media fuss. It really resonated on many people, how each individual of the family members have their own mental health issues or traumas and how they were working on it. So I mean, I think you were the only one who watched the movie, right? Everyone else is like seemed very
In,
lost.
in fact, I only saw the trailer. Sorry.
Oh wow! At least you saw the trailer. Okay, so what
Mhm.
I wonder. did you guys choose the topic or were you assigned to the meeting? You were assigned to the meeting, right?
Something.
Yes, Gabriela.
Sorry, I actually watched the movie, but my mom was just talking to me, so I kind of missed to raise my hand. That's
Okay.
actually my favorite movie for now. I think the movie itself was very pretty, and as you said, I think the story itself was gorgeous. I also didn't know, as Somin said, I didn't know that this place actually exists. I thought they just did a very magical thing about the sceneries and just the movies, but it was very interesting that it actually exists. The places actually exist. I totally loved it, so I volunteered. I don't know. I was not assigned to this your presentation. I actually
Thank you.
voluntarily I forgot the word, but yes, I did.
You chose the topic. Thank you for that. Actually, not only locations, like I'm gonna just Google that real quick, but not only location wise, it's like literally they, for example, food too. I don't know if you remember the mother. I don't want to spoil for people who haven't watched it, but like the mom makes some food, special food for everyone. So these food are also true. Like it's called arepa, the main dish, like the round thing. I don't know if you remember. I'm gonna show you a picture, and that's true. And actually, it's, I think one of the most Colombian kind of meals. We have it like with everything basically. It's right here. So this is the arepa, this cheesy thing, and we can see Maribel eating it. And we do have it like for everything, I will say, like any time of the day, like in breakfast or dinner, it goes with anything. It can be a snack itself if it has cheese on it, like just in the movie, or it can be like something that you eat with something else, you know. Many foreigners tell me that it's like a pancake or like a taco or a tortilla. I will kindly ask you all that please never say that to a Colombian. It's like very sad thing. And that's one thing. And you see this out, like, I don't know if you remember, well, Gabriela, that you saw the movie, like they were dancing a lot all the time. That's so accurate. We do dance for everything. Like we're happy, we dance. We are not happy, then we dance to become happy, to be happier. Um, there is any kind of celebration for any kind of things. So I think the movie was very, very accurate. I cry, and I felt I like talking with many of my friends living abroad. Most of them also cry watching it. So that's very nice. Any of you besides Gabriela have seen the movie, or Gabriela was the only one? Okay, Gabriela was the only one. Thank you, Gabriela. Professor, have you seen the movie? I'm sorry, I'm gonna take you as an audience.
That's okay. No, I have not. I know I think it was on Netflix. Or no, I'm sorry, Disney Plus, probably since it's Disney. And I do watch animated movies with my kids, especially, but for some reason we never got to this. And maybe it's because I've not been a huge fan of Disney with some of the stuff that I'm hearing in the news, and also before that, actually. But yeah, so that's probably the reason why I kind of had a personal thing against Disney. We've been watching more like Marvel.
Yeah.
We started watching Moon Knight, which is a TV show based on one of the characters. So anyway, maybe now that you talked about it, I'm more interested.
Well, if you do make, I mean, I understand there are some values there that I would respect, but if you do make an exemption and decide to watch the movie, in the States, many kids became very, very crazy about one song. And I saw like a lot of media falls and like interviews, famous people being like, I'm tired of my kids listening to the song, like it's too much. So just be aware that that might happen. So
okay. What's the name of the song?
We don't talk about Bruno.
That's the name of it?
Yes.
We don't talk about Bruno?
Yes, that's the name of the song.
Okay.
And
Okay.
yes, many like kids still like I listen to always when I listen to music, I put like one like the States 100 like top 50 or something, and it's still there, and it's mainly for the kids. So yeah. that's it. I don't know how much time we have, Christina, if you could confirm on that.
Have 8 minutes left.
We have 8 minutes left. Please, everyone, if you could help me out with some questions about whatever, that would be very nice because we still have a lot of time and I don't want to end like so early. Maybe 3 minutes more. Oh, Gabriela, thank you, Gabriela. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I guess I'm just the one who watched the movie, I think.
Yes.
I just wanted to recommend another song. I did like the We Don't Talk About the Bruno song, but
Yeah.
right now I don't really remember the name exactly, but it was the song about the Mirabel's sister, Luisa. I know,
Oh,
I forgot
yes.
the name.
I will look it up. Yeah.
So actually, I post that on my Kakao Talk profile music for a while, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Would you like to
basically,
explain why you like the song?
so I think it was very addictive, and it was a song about talking about the pressure that she felt, that about her ability that she got. Yes, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the character. But I think the lyrics was very I guess for me it was touching, and also the sabi, the later part of it was very addicting. So I think most of you guys, I would suggest you guys to hear it. I think it's really cool.
Yes, actually I totally agree with you. I also felt touched by this song. I think it more because as I said, Bruno, it's like the other song is more for kids, just the rhythm is very catchy, but this one have like the lyrics have a lot of like meaning in there. And yes, I also felt more touched by it. Thank you, Gabriela, for
Yeah,
your
sure.
participation. Okay, everyone, maybe now if you have no other questions, then I will stop record and end. No, we need to do the evaluation.
We could move on to the evaluation.
So thank you, everyone. Let's start with the evaluation.
Okay, so thank you for your presentation, Irene. The movie theme was very interesting, and it was fun to hear the movie and your background by telling us where you came from on the map at the beginning of the presentation. And overall, your speaking speed and tone were good, and it was very understandable. And especially, it was good to concrete more on the background picture by putting beautiful pictures in the PPT rather than writing some words. So I could feel more like a fantasy by putting a big picture. But if I talk about the recommendation, I think it would be good to introduce the movie briefly. For example, when the movie was released and what the topic was, or you can make a connection between deliver the message in a movie through the background in Colombia. So you can say like the fantasy movie felt more mysterious and peaceful through the background of Colombia. So in this way, I think you can relate the movie to your topic more. So also, if you think your presentation is short, you can make a question before beginning, such as, have you ever seen or heard about this movie? So it makes listeners pay attention to your topic. But overall, your topic was really interesting. I think it was a really good speech. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Hazel. I do agree. Yes, I assume that was my mistake. I assumed that my audience, like everyone who would come, and it wouldn't be so many people, would have already watched the movie. So you're right. I should have first introduced the movie like a little bit more to give some background for everyone. So I'm sorry about that, everyone. And thank you. Okay, I think we're done now with the session. So thank you everyone very much. I'm gonna stop recording right now.